Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
The world class.
Welcome to the world class. I am Noble Miguel Mario Tunica Bay, more Shumerria consecrated and appointed missionary to More Science Temple of America. Phyllis and Joseph's son, Gina's favorite grandson. And today's show is definitely inspired by the ladies that's here. It's really Savannah's show. I'm absolutely going to be the ugliest person on this panel. So, to Savannah, if y'all know the channel, you know Savannah's always coming through. She always helping. Been super supportive, so I gotta back her up. The sisters that's on this panel is, they've been dope in the space, helping everybody. So I big up who big us up, and I got the back of people who have the back of people. I change the culture, the people who change the culture. So integrity is a big thing to me. I think when you have people that support you, you support them back, and not only is it going to be the topic, like the topic today is, right message, wrong target. And it's just to also celebrate these ladies and ladies that like them, that be in these hostile environments unnecessarily. Come in, day out to participate in the conversation, to help our people move forward. I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. And respect is everything. Like I was telling them in the back, I come from a culture where, in a neighborhood where your life depends on respect. And I don't play with respect. I don't care how right you are. Respect is always a standard. So I don't want to. This ain't my show, to be honest. I'm just making sure it goes as great as possible. Savannah's getting something set up in the back. Before we do that, we got Dalllas D in the chat, but she also in the back. We got my guy, Daily Goodbread, aka Mr. Goodbread. We have XL Pro, always supporting. Hey, bro, every time I see you in the chat, bro, I gotta shout you out. I appreciate you. You're always supporting everybody. Usually the first comment on somebody's stuff, a premiere, a short. So I big you up, bro. Appreciate. I shouted you out for the Cash App last night. Oh yeah, if you ain't see it, I gotta give you the. Hold up. I gotta shout you. I gotta give you this. So when we get the Cash App, I gotta make sure you get. Everybody got their own shit. Podcast got that lady that be dancing that's real big. That people don't like, but I got this.
We bar $20 to the mall.
We got dirty folks in the building. The Mona D, shout out to you. You definitely number one of them ladies that's in the space. So without further ado, let's bring the panel up. The lovely ladies, they look beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. One person I cammed up though, Mr. I'm about to change your name to Josh Turkey Sauce. How you doing, ladies? Good day.
How are you?
Good morning.
Tomorrow. Yo.
Oh, you ain't.
Good morning, everyone.
Good day.
Good morning.
Oh, you ain't yet. Listen.
We bar $20 to the mall.
So when you hit the Cash App, yeah, that's what we're gonna do when we get monetized. That's gonna be our thank you. Gotta give it. Gotta give it some laughs. We're gonna exchange cash for laughs, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's do this. So Savannah, you ready? You at least there? Okay, don't worry about it. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do the introductions. We have Savannah, Aria. All these channels will be in a description. Y'all definitely go sub, go support the ladies. The ladies, I don't gotta tell y'all know how to do that. The niggas don't know how to do it. I don't know why y'all don't go and support them, but I'm on y'all ass today. We have Lexie Maxwell. She's going to join. I don't think she's going to come up, but and she's to my left. So with the lovely head wrap, we have the wonderful Jey Ali, who your shows are on what, Wednesday? You muted. Everybody muted, matter of fact, other than D.
I'm sorry, it's Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights on iSeenYoLilPodcast. Link is in the description for that as well. We have the beloved Shushu. Everybody loves Shushu. Mandrell's big sister. I don't let nobody tell you no otherwise.
Not big sister.
Yeah, from Black Manosphere.
All right.
We have the queen of the couch gang, who we all love and respect. Dallas D, Melanated and Candid production. And got myself, the ugly duckling in the room. And yeah, so what we're gonna, the title again, to reiterate, is right message, wrong target. And these ladies here, I've witnessed it myself. I didn't witness these, but I did after I went and got it. And what we're gonna do today is kind of go over the evidence against you niggas. But really, moreover, is really celebrate these ladies and establish a standard, at least on this channel and the brothers that's around, on how we going to deal with each other. Like, how we going to deal with in fact, just protecting the women that come in our space that contribute. We got hours. Let me take the shades off so you can see. We got hours and hours of videos complaining about chicks, right? Rightfully. And so the argument is right message. We're not arguing your message. We're just arguing who you giving it at. And Shushu is kind of in the video. She's going to kind of set us off. But I want each and every one of you ladies to give your take, you including you, Savannah, and Maxwell. Damn, I got your last name first. Lexie, you as well, on kind of your take on the topic and what you've seen. So Savannah, you ready? I want you to start it off, Savannah, if you're ready. If you're not, we can go to we can start with Dallas.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Now, I haven't had my personal experience with a man targeting me like the videos we're going to show today, but I think that's because I haven't been on too many panels, honestly, and that's mainly
You break. Is it me?
Can y'all hear me?
Okay. Yeah, no, you broke up a lot.
Oh, did y'all hear anything I said?
You said you haven't been personally attacked, and then
Yeah. I think the only reason I haven't experienced what they've experienced is because I haven't been on as many panels, and that's been a deterrent for me, because I personally think all these ladies carry themselves in a very well-mannered way, and to see how they are perceived just as the trolls are and the feminists are, it kind of deters me from being on panels. So I think it's important to point out the behavior, and yeah, someone else can take it away.
Mm-hmm. Dallas D, you muted.
Sorry about that. Just to follow up on what Savannah said, first of all, do not let them deter you, because that was one of my deterrents as well, too. On top of the fact that I never wanted to be out there. I didn't want my face out there like that. But when we get in these spaces, one of the things that's bothered me is I look at some of these guys the same way I look at the women that they're complaining about, the divestors. And it bothers me that we can't understand a simple concept in life, that we all have something to bring to the table. And in this fight for equality, and everyone knows that that's my thing, in this fight for equality, we don't understand that we all have an equal part in maintaining what we call society, but we don't have equal roles. But just because somebody isn't what you are, it doesn't mean that they don't bring value to the table. A homeless man can teach you how not to end up on the streets. So we all can add some value. So the fact that you would shun somebody automatically because men have got to a place where they're so upset about some of these women's antics, and I don't blame them at all. But we're at the point now where it's just like, okay, we're going to shun all melanated women, and that's just the wrong place to be. And we throughout history, we've never operated like a unit, and we're seeing more and more divide today, and that's what's bothered me the most.
Brilliant. Let's go to Lexie. We're gonna go with you last, Shushu, because we're gonna start with your video.
I think that what Dallas stated is very true. It's like there's a code of conduct that has to come along with this type of dynamic where the man is calling out the female and he's expecting her to rise up and be feminine and soft and all these things. But he also has to understand that he has to make an adaptation within himself, because just because he's making that demand upon her doesn't mean that he's prepared for that responsibility and what it comes with. And it comes with patience. It comes with establishing a foundation for her to know that she's in a safe environment, she's protected, and she could express herself, and that he's not going to attack her. Because what I've noticed is when I get attacked, or when I've gotten kind of attacked, these men become their mothers. They become that thing that they despise for some reason, right? And then I don't know if it's like we morph into what they don't like, and then they just go at it. And I think they just black out. I think they black out and they don't realize what they're doing. And I like to give them the benefit of the doubt, because I feel that when a man is vulnerable, it makes me feel something soft for them. It makes me kind of see their pain. It makes me look at them like a young boy looking for guidance. But I also say this: if I go to my dad and I'm a 5-year-old girl and I spilled paint on the carpet, my dad is going to correct me, but he's not going to scream at me. He's not going to attack me. He's going to talk to me. He's going to correct me. He might ground me. I might get punished. I might even get a spanking. But he's not going to just scream at me as a way to penetrate me, to understand that I have to change my behavior. So that's the observation that I'm noticing, is that women like me, I run to men like Noble to help me understand, or help me communicate, or help me just know what did I do wrong, because I'm not going to buck up to a guy. Or I get very nervous when I hear a guy raise his voice. So I don't know, like what Savannah was saying, sometimes I don't want to get on the panels because I don't know how I'm going to defend myself, or how am I going to respond. And I'm happy we're having this opportunity to kind of like bring this to a certain point, because it does need to pivot. Yeah. Like Dallas stated, this is getting to a point where now this does need to get addressed in order to be able to be productive in this space. So I am very grateful, Noble. Thank you for this opportunity. No problem. I'm very thankful for the ladies that are here, that are, coming together to just bring this point out as a family meeting, nothing contentious. Fact. Just a family meeting, Sunday morning. We are at church now. Mm-hmm. And let's just really, let our spirit show up so that we can feel a level of satisfaction walking away from this today, and not feel hurt or scared or misunderstood. So thank you.
You're definitely welcome. The lovely Jey Ali. I'm definitely interested in hearing your take on it. I haven't actually heard you speak on it, so you have the floor.
Yeah, so you actually don't even have to be on the panel to get smoke, as they like to call it on here. I actually started in the chat, and they will take something that I said in the chat, and they will just automatically assume they know me. And I've dealt with that, I think, twice now. Once on Anton's channel during the morning show, because that's what the show I used to watch every morning. And then on, I think, podcast show. And the first, I'm just going to give you like a rundown so you can understand kind of what the assumption. We were talking about PNB Rock, and I did grow up in the hood, and I have family members that were in the streets and things like that. So I understand what was going on and type of things that they have to protect themselves from, or them being alert at all times. So when PNB Rock was speaking in an interview, a lot of people were acting like they didn't know what he was saying. So Anton said, somebody needs to translate. Now, at first it started as a joke, you know what I mean? I was like, you know what, let me just translate what he's saying. Somebody took that and they just automatically assume, you see Anton, they just like the bad boys and yada yada yada. He just started completely going in. On podcast show, I think I was speaking about me being a loner, and I'm a loner by choice. I like to spend a lot of time by myself. I don't like to have a lot of people around me a lot. If I do, I can only deal with it for a certain amount of time. And I'm like, okay, you ain't got to go home. Well, I'll see you another time, you know? And then what they did was they tried to use that to try to diagnose me, say, oh, you're a loner because this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, how you know this is not my personality, you know? How you don't know I just like being alone sometimes. I like being in my own little bubble. So they'll do that, and they'll use that opportunity to be triggered and start throwing these talking points at you. And then I have to take a step back. At first, you know, I was like, okay, this is getting kind of weird. But the last person that did that, I had to actually call them out on and say, you don't really know me. So the fact that you are using maybe your trauma or whatever you went through to try to say, oh, this is the reason why you're alone, or this is the reason why, blah, 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 blah. You don't know, you don't have all the answers. So if you don't know a person, you can just automatically assume and start throwing like talking points at them, because it creates a hostile space, as Noble said. And because now I'm looking at you upside your head, because I'm like, none of this is true. So they'll use any small thing to make it a big thing. And that's how people end up arguing on panels, because one small thing can trigger one person, then they'll start yelling, and then they'll say something that triggers another person. Now it's just we build and just triggering things. So that's my experience being in this space. And I haven't even been coming on panels that long, but now I'm just like, if y'all just doing that, you won't even let people present themselves, because you're automatically assuming their personality and why they are the way they are. You just have to let people just be them.
Facts. Shoot.
Well, I think in my experience, it's more so like the energy that I've gotten is that it's like, because I'm a Black woman, I automatically assume that all Black men ain't shit. All Black men like are, you know, horrible people, and all Black men just want to, you know, run over Black women, all this other stuff. And a lot of times I get that energy. So a lot of times they'll come at me with all these questions. Oh, so you think? Oh, so you this? So what you think about? So you saying? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I've said this before. Like, whoa, hold on, calm down. Give me a second. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of it too is any woman that does come on a panel who is willing to have a conversation, they automatically get all this energy or the frustration that they have with other women.
Right. And
they don't really hear you out. They don't really give you an opportunity to clarify yourself or anything. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing to me too is, if anytime as a woman you use the word equal in regards to any kind of relation to a man, you're not saying that men and women are like physically equal or da. You say we bring equal value. Oh no, you're a feminist. If you use the word equal in any kind of capacity in the conversation between men and women, you're a feminist. All this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're the enemy. Like, wait a minute. And it's like, I think a lot of it too, they don't realize is within the frustration that they have with, and I'm not saying that, you know, there aren't women out here who, yeah, they ain't shit, and they are the cause of a lot of their, you know, their disposition. But at the same time, I think they don't realize in the midst of that, what they do is they come at you with this, oh, I gotta peg her down a tab or two automatically. You know what I mean? So everything you say as a woman on the panel is dismissed, even though you're saying, hey, I'm on your side. I'm not your enemy. Like, listen, I understand. I'm you know, I'm not the enemy. They still come at you like, yeah, but no, but you're still. So yeah.
Literally. Literally. It's and I gotta get to some of these comments. I gotta start with Tommy B's. I gotta scroll back up and say it because me and him has talked about this. He's talked about this. He's talked about these dudes. I don't know why they say there's no accountability in the space because me and him be getting on these things all day. All day.
Right.
I don't. So Tommy B, he says, you're dealing with frustrated men who are taking it out on you on the internet because there are no consequences for doing so on the internet. That's a fact, man.
Right.
That's a fact. Mr. Goober said, what is it? Colossians 3 verse 21. Fathers, do not provoke your children lest they become discouraged. And we know that fathers is not limited to just your child, but when you're a man, you're father of civilization. My guy Bernard S. Shout out to Bernard S. Bro, post your link in the chat. Real men don't attack women. We protect our sisters and daughters. Facts. Tommy B says, fucking talking points. Get a brain and think for yourself. And what he's saying is these dudes, and what you're going to see in this video is these dudes just have so many talking points that they just want to say just to be able to say it because they've been frustrated offline. Or watching, and again, all right, I come out of the Mr. Palmer tree, right? We see a bunch of things. Like we know what dudes are dealing with the family court, the frustration. I've been honest about the fact I've been about a good 100 different days. I had to keep myself from leaving here and going to hurt some of them. Like it's a lot. Like it took a lot. I really had to think and calm myself down. So I understand that intense frustration, but you can't take it out on people that don't deserve it, and you have to like control yourself because these dudes say manosphere, but you don't do no manhood shit, and that's the shit that irritates me. Really makes me sick, to be honest with you. Like these niggas, only time these niggas say discipline is when the word dick is in front of it, and it's annoying. Yeah. Mr. Goodberg says the more masculine you are, the gentler you can be. A lot of dudes are just feminine because they are raised by the hell of a mothers. People call them hell of a mothers. And I agree with that because I'm the way I am because my dad was in the street. So I attracted a lot of pretty violent people. So I was around a lot of dudes though. Like I would walk out the door, they would grab my hand, you puppy son. They would call me little puppy, but my older brother name was little puppy and he was already in the street. And my mom wouldn't let that happen. So shout out to her for that. I don't credit her a lot, but that was a good deal because that name carried blood in the streets. But I got to be around a lot of dudes, and so I always wanted to get away from the girls so I can go beat people up and play football and fight my cousins and stuff like that. So I agree with him, man. So on this internet, there's no consequences, like you said. And you talking shit to somebody's sister, like in real life, Shushu's brother's real. Like what you niggas pretend to be, and like you talking crazy cash shit to her, you get your ass put somewhere where they don't look for people at. You know what I'm saying? Got Poppy Blanco in the building. You in this video too, Poppy, but you ain't doing nothing wrong. So yes, Savannah, you there? I'll play it for you and everything. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna play the video. You let me know when you want me to stop. It's a little long, but we can jump forward, but I want to make sure you three ladies and what you went through is seen. So we're not just, if I'm called or whatever, simple, whatever, it's actual evidence as to what I'm talking about. And if you niggas want to smoke, know where to find me. I'll pull up, just tag me. I'll be there. Suffer no delusions. Ain't none of y'all niggas in this space in my class. I promise you I'll crush you. I ain't even started to flex on this bitch yet. You can try me if you want to. So what we're gonna do is play the video. That's why I wanted you to go last because your video's up first. Shushu. Do you want to say something, Savannah?
Oh no, I'm ready for the video.
Okay, let go.
They would be fools to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.